Hi, I'm John Loynes, co-founder and chief product officer of data.world, the cloud data catalog for all your people. Today, I'm going to demonstrate our integration with Snowflake. Snowflake is one of the most exciting data management technologies around today. Their cloud-native data warehouse and data exchange platform make it easy to store and analyze petabytes of data, all with minimal management overhead. However, once you have all that data available to you, how do you really get ROI from it? How do you make it discoverable and easy to understand by the vast majority of the people in your business who need to do analytics and make decisions with clarity, accuracy, and speed around the data that's available? That's really where a data catalog comes in. And we're happy to be the world's only cloud-native data catalog that's available in the Snowflake Partner Connect experience. So today, I'm going to demonstrate how our integration with Snowflake works and really helps you get the clarity, accuracy, and speed significantly faster by enabling search and discovery of your data assets, curating your data and providing an agile governance solution, providing understanding and exploration for analysts needing to do work quickly, and providing real reuse of data assets in Snowflake through virtualization and federation. For today's demo, we're going to pretend that we work for a board game retailer. And our intrepid analyst has been tasked with finding and preparing data to provide a new dashboard to executives that shows how our SKUs are doing on a per order basis. So where are we going to start? Well, as I mentioned, we are the only cloud-native data catalog. As such, we're the only data catalog that's available in Snowflake Partner Connect, meaning you can come in and set up a free trial account of data.world very easily by talking to your Snowflake admin and clicking through it. I'd also encourage you to check out another webinar that we did, How to Launch a Data Catalog in Minutes. That webinar will actually take you through the steps needed to set up your data catalog. But I want to show you a little bit further down the value chain for data.world and really demonstrate how an analyst interacts in data.world and leverages data assets in Snowflake. Now, if you're a Snowflake customer and you threw an analyst at the Snowflake query workbench, here is our data warehouse all set up and loaded in, ETLing nicely into Snowflake. But what you really see here are hundreds of tables, dozens of databases, schemas that we don't know how to use. Now, if we wanted to build our new dashboard and we had to explore all this available data, we'd be stuck doing low value queries like this to try to find and understand the data that we have available to us. This is really where an easy to connect, easy to configure, and easy to maintain data catalog like data.world can add a lot of value. We're going to log into data.world like we log in to any other cloud-based SaaS platform. Signing in with our account, we get to our homepage. And in our homepage, we see a really rich feed of everything that's going on in our organization. We can also filter this feed down. So as an analyst coming into our data catalog, we can really see what's going on within our peer view, what our peers are working on, and what might be interesting to me. Now today, I've been tasked with doing some new analysis on retail orders. So if I'm going to do that, I really have to understand what an order is in my organization. And I can do that quickly by executing this Google-like search. Now, data.world provides us with the ability to create wiki-like business glossaries that tell us what we need to do and what we need to know to really understand how to do some analysis. In this case, we can find full details on what an order actually means to our organization. Moreover, we can see if we want to start working with orders, the different tables out there that actually reference this particular business term. Here, I see that I have a database table called retail order. Well, this seems promising, so I'm going to click into this. In this view, I can now see the schema and data dictionary available to me. I can also read about this particular asset in our Snowflake data warehouse and see all the available metadata that our organization has defined. These metadata profiles are actually customizable in data.world on a per organization basis and a per customer basis. So regardless of what your needs are and what you need to track, we'll be able to track that. You can also set up things like status tracking and all sorts of other interesting things. Now here we also see that there's a usage recommendation saying, hey, if you want to do full order analysis, you're going to need to join this table with the retail line item table. So we're learning more and more about the data assets that are available to us and what we might need to do to work with them. Now here we see that we have a column, product ID, that's joinable to product or base product IDs. This is really giving us a lot of information on what we need to do this analysis. So now that we know that we need the retail order and we need the retail line item tables that are stored in our Snowflake instance, we can easily start logically curating this data together by creating a new data set. We're going to call this core order tables, and this will allow other analysts within our organization who are interested in exploring orders to find these assets together in one place rather than having to worry about their physical locations across your entire enterprise. Here, we're going to select our Snowflake data source and load the tables that we previously read about into this. So we're going to find the retail tables. We're going to add the retail order and retail line item tables into our data set. Now, the purpose of this data set is to combine order analysis assets for easy consumption. So here we don't have to worry about what schemas these are sitting in, what physical database they're sitting in. They're really just combining these assets and giving them a topic to make them easily findable and easily reusable by other analysts in our organization. What you see going on here is us scanning these tables and importing more metadata about them, doing data profiling and analyzing data quality. This is really important to me as an analyst because as I work to build these reusable assets and curate them together and to endorse them for other analysts to use, I need to know what the shape of the data is it appropriate for task? And I may even want to ask questions about this data by launching discussions which can be attached to any individual data set. So over here, we see that we have our retail line item and retail order tables imported. Now, these are creating live views into an existing Snowflake data warehouse. But we also provide things like data profiling and really, giving analysts a great impression of, the quality of this data, the shape of this data, empty, non-empty cells, anything that an analyst might want to know before they start digging in. Now, we had previously read that we can join our orders to our line items by product ID. Now, in data.world, we feel it's really important that you're able to explore all the data available to you by running live queries against it. I've actually already written a query here that does the join that we've talked about and gives us an impression for the total amount that we've sold of each particular board game in our board game retail company. So I'm going to run this query. And we get the result back really quickly. Here, what we've done is we've actually virtualized the query directly to your Snowflake data warehouse and to the Snowflake platform. So that query actually ran against Snowflake. We're not re-importing or rerunning any data inside data.world. We're actually running that directly against Snowflake. Now, here again, with the idea of creating reusable data assets, I've created this query. Oh, but wait a sec. If I want to actually use this particular query to drive a dashboard, all I've got is product IDs here. I don't actually have a human readable display name. So if I were to go back to our Snowflake instance and try to hunt down where I might get display names out of our entire data warehouse, that'd be really hard, right? But over here in data.world, I can do a search for product name. And here I find another Snowflake table called product base product that actually documents that it includes the product name. And here we're saying we should use the base product column, which is the actual display name of the product. So let's go back over here and let's go add this additional table from our Snowflake instance to our data set. So this one was prod base product. Here we have it. We're going to import that. And now we're going through the same process again of scanning the data, of extracting metadata, profile, quality information, really everything we need to be able to figure out what's going on with the data. Now here we now have base product names, and if we go and explore this data again, this time we already have our query, so I'm just going to modify this one. We'll delete the one that I accidentally started. And we're going to now join on product ID. And we will select prod base product as our product name. Run this query. Oh, and now we have great displayable product names already in here for our analysis. Now, what we might want to do is actually save this query. And we're going to actually save it into a new project here in data.world, which will enable us to do exploratory queries and share our work with the broader organization. So now we've created a project out of this and done our analysis. We can now push this into any downstream BI or data science tool that we have available to us. Not only that, other analysts in the organization can come and discover this query all running against our Snowflake data warehouse and all virtualized through our Snowflake data warehouse, and really make good use of this without having to reinvent the wheel again. But there's one more thing. Enabling exploratory analytics is something that we're really passionate about here at data.world. And what we might want to do is do a little bit more exploration. Maybe we want to provide more categorization. Maybe another business subject matter expert has sent us a categorization of our board games by the age level that they're appropriate for. Now, traditionally, if I wanted to join this with existing data, I'd actually have to pull that into Snowflake, set up an ETL, all for one little Excel file. I don't want to do that. I'm going to add it directly to my project here. And data.world is now processing that file directly. And it's now been imported. We're just going to do a quick refresh here. And you'll see here that we now have age categories available to us to join in as well. So I've imported an Excel file, and we can actually view that Excel file just by clicking on it. We can see we have a column A and a column B. Column A, we assume that those are our categories, and column B are our product IDs, and column B is the category names that we want to map those to. We can also come in here. Now, column A doesn't make a lot of sense, but what if I hit edit here? Now I can actually start giving this meaningful names, right? Really building out a full data dictionary for this as well. So again, as other analysts can come back here and discover what other people have done for analysis, and we can see here that we're already processing this, and we've updated the column names from our Excel file. But then also, you'll see here, I click on this, that we have the description from our data dictionary, and our whole project here that we've brought in, has a full data dictionary available to us from all of the data that we've either imported or that we're using from our existing Snowflake data warehouse, including all of the shared metadata that we've brought in on import and when we set up and we configured our data warehouse. You can really see how this makes it a lot easier for people to come and reuse these assets. But it would all be for naught if we couldn't explore the data. So here, I'm just going to set up a quick subquery. Just going to make sure I've done this right. Now, we're going to execute a quick extra join. We can use in our SQL our renamed column. We'll run this query. And bang, within a matter of minutes, we've imported an Excel file, and we're actually joining that Excel file to our Snowflake data warehouse using all the compute power of Snowflake, but without any of the friction of getting that data in there, being able to describe it, document it quickly, and get it all together to create a wonderful denormalized join, which we can then push directly into one of our applications. We couldn't be more excited about this. We couldn't be more excited about how easy it is to set up these integrations. In data.world, you can go to data.world/integrations, and this is really where you manage those integrations from. Again, I highly encourage you to set up, to either go through Partner Connect and get set up that way, Or if you're already a data.world user, you can come in here and enable the Snowflake integration and enable data.world access to your Snowflake data warehouse so that we can collect the metadata and start virtualizing tables out of it and into the data.world environment. All this power, all this ease of setup between the world's preeminent cloud native data management platform and the only cloud native data catalog in the world really will let you set up data catalog, do metadata management, agile governance, empower all of your data people, and get working with more clarity, accuracy, and speed than you've ever done before. We couldn't be happier about this partnership. We couldn't be happier about how easy this integration is, right? Snowflake providing incredible scalable data management and data.world providing aligned contextual access, the ability to do that documentation, provide agile governance, get profiling, lineage, and any number of other great assets out of Snowflake and really make everyone in your organization smarter and really get the ROI out of your cloud data infrastructure that you are expecting and really provide transformative data democratization for everybody using your data infrastructure in your enterprise. So thank you. Again, I'm John Loyens, the co-founder and chief product officer of data.world. It's been fun to show all this off for you, and we love doing this. Please sign up on Partner Connect. If you don't find the enterprise features that you're looking for, like setting up metadata profiles or anything like that, we also do encourage you to take a look at the How to Launch a Data Catalog in Minutes webinar. Or alternatively, please contact our account team so we can get you set up with the sales or solutions engineer who can really walk you through what it would be like to use data.world in your enterprise. Please, again, feel free to jump in via Partner Connect. Lots of interesting things you can do there, but we'd really love to talk to you about what it takes to get set up and running in data.world. Thank you.